Hey everyone, this is Q&A with Coach MJ number 8. Thanks so much for watching and submitting your questions. Keep the questions coming. First question is Christine Kidder. How do I overcome my fear of open water swimming? And Christine, you're not alone. There's a lot of people that have that fear. I think first you need to identify what exactly it is that you're afraid of. What is the fear? And I know a lot of people fear the deep water. And I always say whether it's 3 feet, 30 feet, 300 feet, doesn't matter because you're not going down to the bottom anyway. You're on top, and I know your swimming ability, and you are strong enough that if I were you, I don't think that I wouldn't worry about you having any issues in the water. So I think that is a mental thing for you. I've seen you swim. So what I would tell you is to practice, practice, practice. And if it's that the water is dark and that you can't see, I would tell you to wear dark goggles because that gives you a different feeling in the pool. Wear really dark, mirrored ones maybe to kind of simulate that feeling, because soon here in Chicago we're not going to be able to swim outside anyway, but practice. We do a couple of open water swim clinics. I think you were at one this year over at Centennial in Naperville. We'll do that again next year, but I would tell you to go. Don't go alone, go with some friends, but you got to practice, and it's a mental thing. So you need to realize that you are a strong enough swimmer that you'll be fine. So thank you for submitting that. Next question, and I love this one. Jim Castle writes, is standing up on the bike more detrimental than helpful? And the answer is absolutely 100% yes, it is. You will see lots of people doing it. That doesn't make it right. Now, if it's a sprint triathlon and you're kind of cranking up a hill, I kind of think that's okay because you're really not going to burn out your legs too much if you're in great shape, depending on how hard or how long you're going to sprint. But I know you're asking this about Louisville because that's coming up right around the corner, and do not get out of the saddle, because what you're doing is you're trashing your legs for that run. And you could probably do it for a few times and not see too much negative effects, but in the long run it's a bad thing. And we've actually tested this in the CompuTrainer studio, where you do a block of where you're going to get out of the saddle and you go up these hills, and then you do a block where you stay seated and go through it, and there is no, you're not gaining anything getting out of the saddle. So that is an absolutely 100% right on question. The answer is no, don't get out of the saddle. You're not in the Tour de France, you're in the Ironman. Stay seated, spin up those hills, crank on the downhill, and pass all those people that got out of the hills on the bike. You'll pass them on the run. So awesome question, Jim. Keep them coming, I love them. And Nicole Cartier, girl, you crack me up. She asks, how do I get the smell out of my cycling shoes? And I'm with you, girl, I can't stand that. So I brought my cycling shoes. There's a couple things that you can do. The first thing I would tell you to do, and this works for running shoes too, is after every ride, take the insole out, right? If I can get mine out here. Take the insole out and stuff it with newspaper, okay? Newspaper will dry it, but surprisingly enough, it will also help with that stench, okay? But one thing I found this year, or actually a couple years ago, are stuff-its, okay? These things are cedar filled. You just get them online and you stick that in the shoe. My shoes smell lovely now. What I really like about them too is that they're tied together, so my shoes are always like this, and so it's very easy to carry them over my shoulder if I don't have a bag or if I'm running low on hands. So I really, really love these things. You can put them in. I started them because I bought boxing gloves and they were getting wet and gross. So I looked online what I could do, and I found stuff for boxing gloves, and I was like, ooh, they have them for shoes. Love, love, love that product. So those are the questions. This goes by so fast, you guys. Keep them coming. Subscribe to the channel. Share it with your friends. This keeps getting bigger and bigger. And before we go, I want to mention one more time, we have our Try Right 101 ride coming up right here, September 20th, just around the corner. So if you have not registered, it's time to register. You go on active.com. We have routes. They are 25, 47, 70, 101. Maps will be available day of the ride. We're going to get out there and mark that course this weekend. So it's going to be a great ride. We're going to have a lot of fun. So hope to see you out there, and keep submitting your questions, and we'll see you next time. Thanks, guys.